Or like a cheese orgy?
Accidentally.
So earlier, Delia was talking about how delightful it was that a person could go into a role with no idea of the pre-existing established character, right, and make it their own. And what I thought at the time, even though I wanted to indulge you all in your delicious Doctor Who conversation,
could go on for a long time.
was the idea that, like, I wish we all could take every bit of our performance and put that in it. The idea that, like, whatever we're bringing is exactly right. Like, that guy didn't know what anyone was going to expect, so he just did what he thought was the right thing to do, and it was, right? And that purity of it, as opposed to putting all this energy, I feel like a lot of times we're comparing ourselves to other people, and we're saying, like, oh, if only I was like that person, if only I was like that person. I mean, I'm always trying to emulate people that I'm super into, you know what I mean? Like, but I can't be those people. I'm me. I have to do what is me, so that someday someone will be like, oh, I wish I could do it her way. I don't know what way is my way, but I need to figure out how to hone that, and I feel like that is a valid endeavor for all kinds of performance, is to just be you and know that you are exactly the right person to be doing it at the time.
I think I moved past that notion. I'm going to go ahead and say it. So, YouTube videos. When I first started making YouTube videos, I tried to emulate my the person I admire the most, is a guy named Zave Frank. He is now the president of motion picture video at BuzzFeed. And he's just, like, he created this thing called The Show, 2005, 2006. And it was just, like, these little nuggets, 5 days a week of just just real weird shit, but also, like, beautiful and intelligent and insightful, and I ate it up. And this was while I was living in Paris. I just, like, I devoured this year-long web series in, like, a minute. And then when I decided to start making videos, I kind of tried to emulate him for, like, a minute. And it was exhausting trying to be someone else. And in the course of making more and more videos, like, I was making 2 videos a week for, I think, a year. And in that time, I really shifted and just, like, it was just too tiring to do someone else. And it was like, I'm lazy. I'm real lazy. So it was like, I don't know how to do anything else, what I feel like talking about at this minute, and whatever process it takes for me to get there, and whatever voice that I use. So in the time that I was making all those, like, a ton of videos, and I came back to the States and kept making more, I think I was making, like, at least a video a week for maybe 3 years. And in that time, like, I just learned to be comfortable with whatever the fuck I wanted to say, in whatever way I wanted to say it. And if you watched it, hooray, good for you. And if you felt one way about it, well, fuck you, I don't care, it's for me.
Yeah. That's pretty great, because I guess now it just makes it a lot easier for you. I mean, you had that 3 years plus what, maybe like an extra one. So has it actually been 4 or 5 years of you doing these videos?
I think it's been like 5 years. Yeah, I started in 2011. So February 2011. So it's been over 5 years.
So then just being able to like to translate that to the stage, or even in like writers' rooms of like, hey, your sketches is good, but if you're asking my actual opinion, here's how you could make it better. And those notes are great. Just like the unfiltered.
Well, that's just me being a bitch.
I don't but I don't think it's you being a bitch. It is helpful, and it serves a purpose. And because I can take your notes if I want to. Yeah. I don't have to take your notes. No. I know that they're there, and I appreciate I appreciate how honest they are.
Well, and I realize, like, if because I've given Nathaniel notes before and a couple other people, and it's like, if I read something, I'm going to give you my unabashed, unfiltered opinion, but I realize that it's your work at the end of the day, and, like, you know, you take or leave whatever I'm saying. And I actually love, one of my favorite things is when people push back on me, because I understand that I can come in and I can, like, fucking just, like, bulldoze the shit out of a room with my opinion. But, like, when people push back and tell me I'm wrong, and if, like, they actually have something to bring to the table and like convince me that I'm wrong. That my favorite thing is being convinced that I'm wrong. I love that so much. It doesn't happen very often because I'm just so sure that I'm right so much of the time, and then I exhaust people with my fucking voice.
You know what though? Never be afraid to be assertive. I mean, so many people are a bunch of wet fucking noodles in this world, like, and they're just sitting in their houses wishing they could be like us. And I'm just saying, like, might as well if you have an opinion, put your opinion out there, because, you know, you're only making this person better. And you're right. When that person finally finds their voice enough to fight back with you, you're like, well, now you know what you really meant, don't you?
Well, see,
now you know what the joke is, because you just told me.
Well, because, like, you know, I was getting drinks with Louis before, and I think that's why we get along so well, is because, like, he is just as big of an asshole as I am. Like, and I don't
think either of you are assholes.
Oh, we're
looking at it the
assholes.
wrong way.
We are complete jerks, and just like, you know,
you're
fucking
strong personalities who know what you want and say it and aren't afraid to be who you are. And that's a great thing. And it's the fucking passive world that makes us feel like we are not supposed to be like that.
Well, I don't.
So you're great, and the rest of them can fucking suck.
My opinion.
Ooh, Boston comes out of aim.
Hey,
I fucking suck it. Right?
Yo, fucking suck it.
Speaking of which, Delia, will you grab me the last one out of that fridge, please?
Yeah. Well, no, because honestly, I hit a point. I hit a point a couple years, or no, like in the last couple of years, where I just stopped giving a shit about the opinions of people who don't matter to me.
Yeah.
So like the general public, I could give. Well, this also came from YouTube, because like YouTube comments are notoriously awful. I got a lot of those, and actually I have a video about my boobs, so that was warranted.
Hey, you shot a video about your breasts?
Yeah, actually Rob Gagnon inspired that video. So before he knew who I was, I went to a Sandbox thing, and I was sitting in the front row, and he asked me to take a picture, and I had to lean back to get people in the frame. Actually, I think I was wearing this dress. Fuck! So I had to lean back to get everyone in the frame, and then he said something along the lines of, "Ma'am, we know you have breasts, whatever." And this is before I knew who he was, before he knew who I was, and it's like, I was just like, this motherfucker thinks that you think that I'm trying to expose my breasts just by leaning back to take a picture that you asked me to take? So I went home and I wrote this entire script, and then I shot the video. It's like, I'm sorry I have boobs. No, I'm not sorry. It happens. Listen, I'm gonna dress the way that I want to dress, and fuck you, is basically it. But going back...
How funny that Uncle Rob convinced anybody to have feelings like that.
Yeah.
I know. Like, I know now he's such a sweetheart, and he was probably just a... Because, like, honestly, it's not a very good joke.
When an uncle says something to you that's, like, inappropriate, and you're all like, all right, Uncle.
All right, Uncle Rob, whatever. And, like, I know now he meant nothing by it, and he was just, you know, going for a laugh. But it was, like, at the same time, it was, like, anger in me. But because of YouTube videos, and actually my comments are really not that bad. Like, honestly, I get maybe one negative comment per, like, 15 or 20, like, really good ones. Like, I love the people who watch my videos. But I have a friend who does, science and technology and art, related stuff. And, she's also, a female person. And because she's trying to do, like, science, technology, and tech-related videos, like, oh boy, is her audience just a pile of douche canoes, and she gets nothing but terrible comments.
Is this the virtual reality creator?
Yeah, my friend Emily.
Emily, I thought her name was Emily.
Emily Eifler. There's a little plug for her. She works at Ella VR with Vihart, if you know who that is.
And apparently so do a bunch of really douchey dudes.
Oh, God. So, like, well, it's just, like, the nature of women talking about science, people get, well, insecure men get really up in arms about that, and apparently
insecure men are loud people.
Hey!
So,
well, and she's a lot more sensitive than I am. So I would, like, when I was living in San Francisco, we were both making videos at the same time, and she would cry often about, like, some of the comments people would leave her, and they were just like ridiculous. And she's also disabled, so, like, they were, you know, just real bad stuff. And
is this your friend that in sketch 1 that you talked about?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I actually told her she was, like, my character choice. Yeah.
See, you guys know each other.
Yeah,
I was like, I've learned a lot about her friend from sketch 1.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
Yeah, that was, like, our first character.
I like to talk about Emily. She's one of my favorite people. But, like, her YouTube comments and some of the stuff on my channel just, I don't know, it made me kind of have to reevaluate how much I let that kind of stuff sink in to a degree, because I cared a lot for a period of time, and then I realized, fucking, this dude who commented that, like, he doesn't like my voice and that I provided no helpful information in this video, like, I don't know this guy. I'm probably better than him. I probably would never hang out with this guy, and honestly, if he, like, passed me by on the street and said some shit to me, I'd probably be like, fuck this asshole. Like, I don't want anything to do with this guy. He's not someone I respect the opinion of, or someone who's close to me, so why would I care? Like, why would I care that he has an opinion of me? Good for him. I didn't ask for it. No, I'm good.
Well, not to mention the fact that, like, flash forward to you becoming the next Angelina Jolie, and there's all these people. No, what I'm saying, like, in the interest of, you're a business, right? You're creating a business thing.
I'm a businessman.
Like, Walmart doesn't give a shit if people don't like the whatever. You know, they're like, well, you came here and shopped, so fuck you. This is what we're offering. You'll take it, or you'll go somewhere else, okay? So I feel like, to a certain extent, it's like, thank you so much. It's almost like when they buy a ticket and then they go, that wasn't it. Well, thanks for buying the ticket. You still gave us money.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you still got a view out of it. Like, who gives a shit? The analytics, he still provided what he needed to provide in that moment. And you can't guarantee that there's so much to consume.
Yeah.
You just cannot guarantee that everything that you consume you're going to love. But I feel like some people just more venomously than others hate, and they try to, like, breed hate.
Absolutely. And YouTube is just like a perfect storm of that shit. But at the end of the day, like, I recognize that on the other end of that comment is a human being, and that I have absolutely no desire to talk to anyone in that way in my life. Like, I've never wanted to make someone feel shitty, or, you know, even if my opinion is kind of harsh, I sugarcoat the hell out of that opinion if I'm going to give it to somebody, you know? And this, whoever these people are, they decide, hey, I want to make this person feel bad. What about their psyche is so fucked up that they're going to take pleasure in making someone else feel bad? I can't, obviously someone who's worse off than I am. Yeah. So,
a lot of the times with those sort of things, that's not what they're mad at.
They're mad at my boobs?
Or, like, whatever the thing they're complaining about in your video, it's
they're mad at themselves.
It's a means of expression about something in their life that isn't working out a lot of the times. Because they're not really
jealous.
Like, I mean,
they want to be doing what you're doing, or they're like,
they could be jealous, or it's just it's really just leads back to insecurity in one way or another about their own lives, and we're all insecure people. I mean, hey, we're comedians, so that's what's gonna happen. but the people, like, I'm gonna sound like such a douche canoe, but I just want people to be better. Like, I just want people to be to realize their mistakes and then try and improve, because what is the point of existence and, like, having consciousness and living in a life if you're not trying to better yourself in society with the little time that you have on Earth? So when I get comments like that, when I get comments that are just like tits, I just delete them, because fuck, you know, yes, of course, I have to, it's good for you. But when I get stuff that's genuinely trying to be hurtful, depending on the mood that I'm in, sometimes I'm just like, I'll fight back, and then I'll just crush their little souls, which I'm not sure is probably the best way to go about it. And then sometimes I will try my best to have a conversation with those people. They never expect to get a reply. Ever. Like, the people who are commenting that, they're usually talking to other people watching the video and just trying to be nasty and hateful and incite some kind of whatever. But when I show up and I'm like, hey, what's the deal? What's this? I'd say like 75% of the time, the person making the comment will reply saying, I didn't expect you to show up here. I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean that. I was in a bad mood. Something like that. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe you should think about that next time I try. Yeah. So, I don't know.
So,
but do it.
I wonder,
what's happening?
It's the shower.
Wait, how the hell can we...
I want to hear it without
all the way... Wait, where is the shower?
No, it's right here.
Right?
This door right here is a shower.
Someone taking a shower?
So funny.
Should we stop?
No, it's fine.
We'll just have a nice
He doesn't take a
backtrack.
long shower, and also like whatever.
Wait, you know
Does he
this man's
take-
shower habits?
They're here a lot.
Yeah, and there's only one guy that lives in the
Is it
building.
Dutchman?
He's the manager.
Oh.
No. Well, maybe, actually. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We can talk over it. We're loud human beings. Delia has a question.